name is Gabbriella. I'll be giving a speech about the risks and benefits of genetically modified food. So, as you guys know, genetically modified food is in almost everyone's diet worldwide every day. With altering genes of plants and animals comes the lasting effects on health. From allergenic genes being transferred into other plants to developing more nutritious and larger foods, the GMO controversy is making big headlines worldwide. I'll first explain specifically what genetically modified food is, and then I'll go into the benefits of genetically modified food, and then I'll go into the risk of genetically modified food. So first off, what is genetically modified food? As stated by Utah's Genetic Science Learning Center, gene transfer technology is a simply sophisticated version of copy and paste operation. Once the desired gene is identified in the native organism, it can be copied and transferred into the target plant or pasted the genome. These foods are being produced because corporations are fortifying foods with more nutrients, making them bigger and more nutritional, yet cheaper to consumers, with compared to the organic option. So this is why it's in almost everyone's diet, because they look so much more appealing. As you can see, the genetically modified foods are way bigger and more nutritional looking, while the organic options are very small, but they're more expensive, so they're obviously going to appeal to the consumer more than the organic would. So why the controversy, you might ask? Because the modification of genomes is so new, lots of scientists don't know the long-term health effects on humans. There's very little tests being ran because it's so new, but a lot more studies are beginning to start up. Now we'll go into the benefits of genetically modified food. So first off, as stated by the World Health Organization, the genetically modified crops currently on the market are mainly aimed at an increased level of crop protection through the introduction of resistance against plant disease caused by insects or viruses, or through increased tolerance towards herbicides. By introducing toxins to incorporate resistance against weather, viruses, and so on, fruits and vegetables are lasting longer on the shelves, which will increase trade opportunities and also reduce waste. Biofortification is also a huge innovational advantage, as stated by Food and Agriculture Organizations of the United Nations. Genes responsible for producing the precursor of vitamin A have been inserted into rice plants, which have higher levels of vitamin A in their grain. This is called golden rice. Nearly 50% of the world's population is eating this golden rice. It could help reduce vitamin A deficiency, which is a huge issue in developing countries. This could end world hunger if utilized right. Genetic modification also increases food production. For example, genes are being inserted into cows to increase the amount of milk produced. And this is also very beneficial for ending world hunger. And now we'll go into the risk of genetically modified food. The first major risk of genetically modified food is unknown. Because genetically modified food is so new to our diets, there's no long-term evidence that these foods won't affect our health 30 years from now or even 10 years from now. Because of the incorporation of toxins to increase resistance, toxins could also be slowly killing us also, but there's no sufficient evidence just yet. Because genetic modification takes genomes from other organisms, the transferred gene can sometimes also carry the allergen from previous organisms, which can potentially be very dangerous. As stated by Decoded Science, in 1989, a genetically modified dietary supplement of tryptophan allegedly killed 37 people, permanently disabled 1,500 people, and caused 5,000 people to develop a blood disorder before the FDA was even able to recall the product. As seen, this type of yet another concern about genetically modified food is the antibiotic markers in these modified organisms that are decreasing treatment deficiency, meaning medicine is not sufficiently fixing illnesses due to these antibiotic markers already in humans. So because we're ingesting the antibiotics, a lot of the viruses are adapting so fast that the antibiotics we're also using in our foods to make medicines are not able to kill the viruses, and we'll have have to make stronger medicines faster. So genetically modified foods are affecting everyday life universally, and it is important to understand both the risks and benefits that come with the innovational food source. Genetically modified foods are allowing us to utilize food longer and produce more food faster, while also raising health concerns worldwide. It is important to understand that these foods are not natural, and the modification of genes can potentially harm lots of people, but it can also help lots of people. Every day, humans are creating resourceful inventions without researching long-term effects on both the environment and human health. It is vital that people are aware of the things put into their bodies and the risks and benefits that they encompass.